Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Wrench Trench Garage. It's your boy Walkie Mandu. And yeah, the thing's still here. I've had a lot of work to do. I was at, my other job was just pretty demanding. So I had to do a lot of stuff there. I did finally get everything put back together in this thing. I bled it real good, and unfortunately it's still overheating. The thing is that it's only overheating when the heater is off. Once I got the heater on and pumping, it comes back down. So I don't know. It's just being a pain in the butt right now. So there's other things I really need to get to that I can tackle relatively quickly. So I'm going to be moving this out of the shop, and right now I'm going to be getting into the Jaguar. So let me show you that. All right, so here's the Jaguar. This little guy here. Alright, so just to show you, when you go in here, I was looking around a lot on this car, looking for the fuel pump. And actually, it's supposed to be in the trunk. Well, I looked in the trunk, and as you can see, there ain't no fuel tank back there. So I went rummaging around the car, wondering, damn, where in the world could you hide a fuel tank? Well, the tank is located under the car and under the seat. And as I was looking around on forums and stuff, they were saying, yeah, might either have to cut an access panel through it, or you're gonna have to get under and take the tank out, which is a real bitch. I'm like, well, that just downright sucks. And as you see, I have to do it outside on the grass and in the gravel, which really sucks again on its own. And so I said, well, let me at least take the seat out and see where I have to see if I can cut an access panel to it. But so I ended up taking the seat out, which is a lot easier said than done, because you have to release these clips here. There's 4 of these clips, and I'm telling you, when you just pull the clips back. Now, when I say you just pull the clips back, it's not easy. I almost broke 4 fingers getting into these clips, but I finally got it out. The seat's out, and you know what? I kind of got lucky. There is an access panel already here for the pump. So I am extremely happy about that. So I'm going to go ahead and get into that. I probably won't film it because limited space and it's getting really dark, and I just want to get this done. So I'm going to go ahead and start swapping that out and see if I can get this thing running. If I can get this thing running before too late tonight, then I'm going to go ahead and back the BMW up. I'm going to put this in here, and then I'm going to do the suspension so I can hurry up and get this car out of here and get paid. Then my truck, the old Tundra over here, needs brakes all the way around. It's that time. So I'm going to do brakes, clean it up, and do those fender wells because they're really nasty. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, well, I'm still messing with this thing here, but I'll show you how far I got at night outside in the cold with this pain in the ass thing. So anyway, as you can see down here, that's the fuel sender, and it comes apart right here, so you can take it apart and take the lines out. Here's the old one. That's the old one, and as you can see, there's a long trail of lines here. That's because the pump has to pull from the sender on the opposite side of the car. So you got to fish these under the seat, into the tank, and all the way to the other side, where you can see that's where the sender hole is. So now, what I ended up having to do was grab a piece of wire here. So when I grab that piece of wire, I can wrap it around this hose and draw it in from the other side so that I can get the hoses to go across. Real pain in the butt. Wish I didn't take this thing on. But anyway, we gotta keep going. So I'm gonna see if I can get that fish through and at least get it hooked up and see if it'll, and then hopefully that'll be my reason and I can start this thing. So yeah, I'm gonna keep moving. I'll let you know when it's done. Alright guys, got this thing in. Got the sender in. And let's see if this thing runs. Alright, let's see what we got, fellas. Oh, I heard it. Sender appears to be working. So let's see. Oh, hell yeah. So yeah, it runs. And I'm really happy about that. There's no leaks now. So I'm pretty happy about that. I think I'm good. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down for a sec. We'll see, hope you can see me. But we'll see what we can do, so, alright. Alright guys, well, as you can see, the Jaguar is in the shop. It ran, everything seemed okay. I moved everything around. The BMW is outside just for now until I'm ready to, oops. The BMW is outside for right now, just until I'm ready to do the water pump. Yeah, so this thing's gonna get some major surgery. I think I already told you about it. We have some new suspension parts. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the old air system out and I'm gonna put in a coil spring system. So probably night wrenching. I'll probably be doing it all night. I got 1 week off, kind of used up a day, just relaxing. So now that I'm all relaxed, I'm gonna go ahead and put in like my own version of Hell Week on all these cars and try to get everything out as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully this week, if I work every day, bust ass, I can get it all done, get paid, and I can start some of the fun stuff that I think you guys are really gonna enjoy. So wish me luck. Let's get started. Alright guys, so I ended up at a certain point on this thing where I decided I was going to go ahead and start unhooking the module that controls the air ride, and it's located behind the back seat. As you can see, I got kind of a mess here, but just to show you how this thing comes off, there are, let's see, alright, there's 4 bolts after the seat's out. You're gonna find them if you gotta take the lower part of the seat off first, and then you're gonna have one right there that is 13. Down right there is, so here's an 18 millimeter, and these are all 13, 18 millimeter nuts. Now, this vehicle, I think it's considered a 2004, but the plate on it actually says that it is a 2000, oh sorry, nose is running, it's cold. But the ID decal on this vehicle shows that this vehicle was manufactured in 03. I guess that means it's an 04, I don't know. But anyway, it's like 03, 04. So if you ever run into trying to get that seat out, first things first, like I said, to get the lower seat out, like if you're gonna do the fuel pump on these, which wasn't that bad, it wasn't that bad doing the fuel pump on these, then you're gonna have to take the lower seat cushion off, and basically that just entails taking those 4 clips I showed you before, and then after you take the lower seat out, you can take these 4 nuts out. 2 of them are 13. The 2 on the outside are 13. The 2 closest to the center are 18. And I'm telling you, and then you can, then there's this strap back here. You can see the strap here. It goes underneath the seat, and you have to pull on that strap, and then you have to pull. You'll see the strap come down from here, right here. So you have to pull that strap, right? So it releases it, and then you can pull the back of the seat. You're gonna have to do both sides. It's easier to do with 2 people, but my man card is valid. You know, I renewed it. I renewed my man card, so I was able to go ahead and take the whole back seat out by myself. But anyway, but now that I've taken that out, now that I've taken that thing out, back behind this black panel here, you can see right down there. Let's see if I can get you a better shot of that. You can see down in there, that is the box for the air ride. So the idea now is to get the air ride unhooked, get the air ride computer unhooked, and then I can start unhooking the rest of the suspension, and then I can go ahead and do that, and then I'll put everything back together. So it's going to be an all-nighter or a 2-dayer, but we'll see. I'm going to keep working. See you in a bit. Alright guys, so I'm at this point. I just wanted to show you real quick. I'm going to link a video that helped me out a lot in the description below on how to do this conversion. So I'm gonna link that video in my description. It's a really good video. It's by Arnott, and they have a really good system for changing these for changing this setup. So anyway, yeah, car's in neutral, batteries unplugged, wheels off. Then you unplug the. Go back here, undo the seat, unplug the computer, and after the computer is completely unplugged, then you can go ahead and start your work. So now the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take these nuts off the top, and then I'm gonna come down here and start disassembling everything under there and see if I can't get this shock out and put the other one in. So I'm just gonna time lapse all that, and then I'll be back. Alright guys, so what I'm about to do here is I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this thing for you guys. I know you guys like unboxings, don't you? Well, this is the Suncor Industries. Hold on, let me turn off the old Foo Fighters here, so I don't, just in case I get monetized and they try to flag me on some shit. Anyway, so yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this thing. Suncor Industries. This is the air shock to coil conversion kit, and we're just gonna see what we got in the box, because as you see, I got the old shock out. Boop, it's right there, and we're gonna see what we got in here. Now, I've used Suncor before. I used it on my Ford. I had a Continental way back in the day, and actually, it doesn't look too bad. Everything seems just fine with this thing, so yeah. Alright, cool. So yeah, you guys seen it? Now you're gonna see it in the truck, in the car. Alright. Alright guys, well I ended up doing a whole lot of struggling to get that one shock in, just to find out that I think they're side specific, because the one that I was struggling with, it would not line up. The holes just wouldn't line up for nothing. I did everything. I had to cut off the time lapse because it was just taking too long. But look, now they're coming up. So yeah, these are actually side specific. I didn't know that. So now, with all that pain and suffering, I know that they're side specific. So now what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put the nuts on there to hold them in place, and then I'm going to put the other bolt back in, and that should be done. I can go ahead and do the front, and then we'll go ahead and rotate around to the other side, and maybe I can get this shit done tonight. Be sweet. Later. Okay guys, so I got the first one in. Finally. So that's all done. It was a pain in the butt because you have to push down on the back of the suspension and shove the coil and shock assembly in, line up the hole, and then shove the and then you got to shove the bolt in too. So, you know, that requires a whole lot of hands. So what I ended up doing was just zip tying. You can see the zip ties laying around down there. I ended up zip tying the damn thing in, and then that way it would have one free hand to push down and then the other hand to shove the bolt in. And it was not easy. My man card almost got revoked. That it was hard, but I ended up doing it, and it's on to the other side. So I'm gonna keep trucking. I'm off all week. I'm gonna work till I pass out, and I'll be fine. See you in a bit. All right, folks. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and those nuts back there, right there. Those nuts, I'm gonna go ahead and torque those to spec. They said 26 to 34 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 34 foot-pounds on those. Alright guys, so yeah, I ended up taking the front strut out. I'm sorry that I didn't time-lapse it. I'll time-lapse the other side for you. But I didn't time-lapse that one. As you can see, you got that one out. And you know what? We can do a little unboxing here if you want. Yeah, I think you guys like unboxings. We're gonna do a little unboxing of this thing. I am so tired now. So I'll probably just do this side, finish this side up, and then come out tomorrow and then do the other side, because I'm worn the heck out. I said I'd do this until I pass out, and you know what? It's getting there. It's getting there. So let me get a little something to cut this thing open with. I'm going to assume that's for the driver's side, so I'm going to open that one. Yep, sorry for the shakiness, you guys, but I'm just worn out. And yeah, I know I'm cutting this all effed up, but oops. Okay, there we go. And that's what we got. Yeah. Woo, big boy. Alright, yeah. So that's what you get from Suncor Industries. I mean, they're not bad. Like I said, I used those before in a little Lincoln Continental I had a while back, so. But, yeah. So that's what we got. Alright, let me cut this off because this music is probably might get me in trouble with YouTube. So yeah, see you later. Alright guys, what's up? It's the following night. As you can see, I'm in different clothes. I had a little bit of trouble with this driver's side here, but as you can see, the wheels are on, it's all together. The problem that I had with this kit is that Sunco, whatever this company is, Suncor kind of doesn't give a fuck about lining up stuff. So I was having trouble lining the bolt holes up. So I kind of got really frustrated thinking that I had to send the stuff back because the bolt holes, I did some measurements and the bolt holes just didn't seem like, nothing seemed to line up, and the measurement seemed off to me. But so I actually thought that I was going to end up having to send the whole thing back and lose a bunch of days. So I kind of got frustrated, I'm sorry, and then I just rolled out. Took a nap, ate something, then I called Suncor, and they said, oh no, sometimes when it leaves the factory, you have to line it up in the bolt holes first, and then line it up on the bottom so you can put your bolts in. So I came back out tonight. I lined them up in the bolt holes, as you can see see here. I lined them up, and then I had to use a breaker bar to turn the whole assembly, which somehow you can kind of throw. I wish I would have showed you what I did, but I was just kind of working trying to get it done. But basically, in that little fork section down there, you line up the bolt holes up top first, and then you can stick a breaker bar in that fork section there, and then turn it, and then it snaps and pops and does all kinds of crazy stuff that scares the crap out of you. But it does turn. It turns, and then you can line it up on the bottom, and then you can put everything in. So it was kind of a pain in the butt because I boogered up a bunch of threads doing it. and I had to go through and I had to find a tap, and I had to retap the threads to clean them up, and then the bolts started going in, and things started actually coming together and happening, and that side's done. So now I'm going to do the other side, and now that I know what the deal is with these things, this should go just a little bit faster. And I'm sorry if I'm all weeble wobbly, but I'm just kind of tired, so sorry. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. I promised you guys a time lapse on the other side, so I'm going to give you a time lapse. So, see ya.
Wavves.
Alright guys, I got that side done. It went way smoother than the first side, I guess you can tell. I did have to cut the camera off for a second because the way you have to do this, when you turn it, it always overshoots. So you got to kind of hold it right in the middle for about 5 minutes until everything adjusts there. And then you can kind of just start putting stuff together. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the rear. I'll go ahead and put you on another time lapse for the rear. And I know I did the rear before, but I'm gonna do this one just because, and then this should all be done. I can put everything back together inside the interior and then give it a little test ride to make sure everything's good. After that, the truck can come in and we'll keep moving. All right. Okay, so the other manager, the co-manager, is here to inspect the shop. This is a supervisor Gato. Yes, that's right. I named my cat El Gato. Yes, I named my cat the cat. What do you want? Okay. Anyway, now that El Gato has inspected my work, this side went so much better than the other side. It went way, way better. So now, throw these wheels on and start putting this interior back together. Yeah, so yeah, finally got this thing complete, finished, running on all fours. Took all this stuff, put it in the trunk. There's the old stuff in there. Oh, I went ahead and I did the interior. So that's all together now. And now, nothing left to do but to drive it. Let's give this thing a little, test run. So, oh yeah, sounds really good. It's got like this configure B, all kinds of stuff. I think that's because the I unplugged the relay for it. But you know what? They didn't send me. They're supposed to send me one of those little. They're supposed to send me like a little box that tricks the computer into not noticing it's missing, and they never sent it. So yeah. But you know what? I know a quick way to get the seats out now, which is basically you just kind of take the lower seat out and then you just pull on the thing, and the thing actually just folds down. So yeah, so there's a quicker way for it. So yeah, so I'm gonna take it down the street just to make sure everything is on the up and up. But yeah, sorry it's so dark, but it seems to drive just fine. So there's a couple of little potholes here, so just gonna give it a little test on the suspension here. Feels good. Well guys, that's it for this video. Nice little two-day venture. So all that's done, and I'm pretty happy about it. I'm just gonna sweep up real quick and then bring the Tundra in here. And you know, I don't know if I'm gonna do a video on the Tundra or not. But yeah. But if I got enough memory and I got enough battery power, I'll go and do a quick one on the Tundra and then post that up. So okay guys, thanks a lot. Like, subscribe, comment. Wrench Trench out.